Hello there, YouTube. It is your boy Emilio over here, trying to strike some wisdom into your brain. Okay then. What is the real difference between men and women? Well, from the first day that females and males are conceived, there is an obvious difference when they're born that, well, not obvious. Never mind about that. But there is a difference when they are born and what interests they have. Female children, well, babies, they are more interested in people's faces rather than actual mechanical objects, while the male babies aren't interested in these mechanical objects more than the people's faces. So, the real difference between women and men is that men, yes, are born stronger physically. That is the truth. And that females are more interested in the social side of life and can multitask better than men, because men are more about maybe being into their hobby or this one thing they love doing, and it's not as much about the social, like being sociable. Although with some cases it'll vary, but that is one of the only differences. And also, men tend to think more about finance and sex and such more, but they think about sex more, but they also think about other stuff such as finance more. So the percent of stuff that men think of is probably more close to the same when it comes to sex. How often they think about it is more because they also think about other stuff more, while women don't think about that stuff as much, the finance and the sex, but they still enjoy it just as much as men do, theoretically. And the thing about genders is it's mostly more of a thing that society puts upon people. You know what I mean? It's more of a thing that applies to a gender role, your society says, because there's many double standards in society. If you sleep around with a lot of men, then you're a whore, but if you're a guy and you sleep around with a lot of women, then you're a player. In a way, I could kind of understand, because women also, their maternal instincts are not to take as many risks as men. Testosterone thing, with risk and such. The hormone testosterone affects men. It makes for more ballsy decision making and risk and such. There's obviously women out there that take risk and such, but that's why usually it's the men that have to approach. Uh, it links back more to our, more, ancient days, even way back before that, when we were just starting out as a species. And those are basically some of the only differences. But there's females out there with more masculine brains, and there's males out there with more feminine brains. And what a lot of these people don't understand is it's important to have a balance of both, because what the masculine concept is more like building your way up to the point. Direction, the confidence, the decisiveness. But then the female uh, feminine traits are more of the creative side, the nurturing side. And you need both because you need the direction to get there, but then you need, once you get there, you need to, it's like when you make a house, you basically have the house made, but then you have to have it, decorated, and it needs to be nurtured and nourished. I mean, it needs to be taken care of, basically, and there's also some creative sides to, like, cooking and such, which was seen as only a female thing for a very long time. When it comes to house cooking, and it's just interesting how we have both of these sides inside of ourselves, but most people kind of then neglect one side or the other. Um, I just recommend embracing both sides uh, with all your heart and try to keep it 50-50, because then you could have the direction and the creativity, the logic, which is the left side, and the creativity, which is the right side of the brain. Once you have an equal balance of both, you could be in more harmony with yourself. You can have more direction, but then also have your personality still there, your creativity. And for people that are more on the masculine side, and they don't really understand how to get to the feminine side, I recommend playing music. And for people more on the feminine side, maybe try to work towards a goal, and try to work towards a bunch of goals, and cut out a lot of distractions for your life, and just focus on a one goal, because that's more of a masculine concept. This has been a pretty long video for me, and I think I'm over. Trying to keep it short and sweet. This is the shortest I could keep it. Thank you for watching. Peace.